Another really popular tool when it comes to comments is actually a call out. I've clicked on page 4 and I want to add a call out that points at the title. Now, call out can be found in the drawing tools, and here it is here, text call out. So I click this option and I literally point at population and drag down. When I drag down, I've now got a little text box where I can actually add percentage. And so I've created a call out. I'd like to add another call out. So I go back to my drawing tools and choose text call out. And this time I want to point at the Europe slice in my pie chart. And I just drag, which allows me to now type break Europe down into east and west. And so I've created another call out. Now what I'd like to show you is you can actually record an audio comment. The whole idea here is that I might want to apply a comment to this particular page, and I want to speak and record my comment that people then can play back and listen to. So in order to do that, we use this button here, which is called Add a New Attachment, and it has a drop down. If I click the drop down, I can not only attach files, but I can attach an audio file. So I'll click Record Audio. I can then click somewhere actually on the page, so maybe I just click here. Now this little recorder here allows me to hit the red circle and start recording my voice. But if I've already pre-recorded the message, I can browse and go and get the audio file. So rather than click this red circle and then start recording my voice and then stop, I will go browse and I'll choose a file that I've created. And so I'm just going to go and grab that. And it's a WAV file called New Zealand Audio. So I choose that file and I choose OK. And it asks me what sort of icon do I want to show. So I'll just choose a sound icon and I'm happy with the color blue. And so I'll choose OK. And here is my sound audio. People can easily play this particular audio just by clicking and right-clicking and actually playing the file. Could you please break the 12% for Australia down to Australia and New Zealand? And that's my audio comment. Now, not only can you attach audio comments, but you can also attach files. So I'd like to attach a file, which is another PDF, and it's called Analysis. I'm just going to go to my Add a New Attachment and Attach File. And I'm just going to click the pin just in front of my heading, Travel by Region. I'd like to choose the file called Analysis and I'll choose Open. Again, I can choose what sort of icon, so I'm just going to go with a paperclip, and blue's just fine. And so there's my little paperclip. And so that is a file that I've attached. And if you click it, you can actually view the file or change the file. But if I right click it, I can actually open the file that has been embedded. And if I open the file, I can actually read the file, and here it is up here as a tab, Analysis, and close that. So just right click to play an audio and right click to open an attached file. Now the other thing you can do, let me cancel that, is you can also add what's called a stamp. And so I'd like to add a preliminary results stamp. And to do this, I'm actually going to click this button up here in my comments toolbar. Add a stamp. Now here's approved, but there are more stamps than that. So for example, there's dynamic stamps and sign here stamps and standard business stamps. And so preliminary results is a standard business stamp. So I'm going to click this option here. And immediately I can now click where I want that to show. So maybe I just click here. And there's my stamp, that these are the preliminary results for the actual world travel analysis. So those are the sorts of things you can add. You can add all sorts of like insert text, replace text, put a line through it, strike through, underline it, highlight it, add a sticky note, add a text box, get a pen, stamp one of these particular items, attach audio files and attach normal files, And I can also draw things like text callouts and all sorts of shapes. So it really has a rich and diverse collection of comment tools in Adobe Acrobat. But the other thing, and the final thing I'd like to say about comments, is you do have preferences with regards to your comments. And so in the comments pane, there's actually an options button. That's the 3 dots here. Let me just move that over a bit. So if I go for the options button, I can choose commenting preferences. And when you go into commenting preferences, you can say, look, whenever I create a comment, I would prefer my font to be this font, and I'd prefer my font size to be this font size. You can also ask to print notes, and there's all sorts of options in here as far as what your commenting preferences are. And we looked at the fact that you can actually control whether you use your login name or not. And so we turned that off in an earlier video. But have a look at the commenting preferences and set those up in such a way that you're happy with them. I'll just go cancel and then just bring this back over again.